on the Super. Somebody's pulling off into the new pit lane.
That is Bradley Bodsworth. So I probably shouldn't have said anything.
Thanks, Dylan. You'll find you after the race, I'm sure. Commentators curse. No, not at all. Just
sorry, Bradley. Yeah, he doesn't look too happy.
For our sake, but sadly, Bradley.
But we hear them revving up. I'm sure Brad will get back for race 2. But this is how it looks. The pedal man is out there and waiting. The 5 seconds up. Everyone nods their head. They're ready. It's up. 5 seconds. The lights are on. And the lights are off. A little bit of an iffy start for Tristan Pienaar as they make their way into turn 1. Kieran Snamwell on the inside. Tristan Pienaar is going to try and go around the outside, and he'll hold it out.
Yeah.
He'll dive in. Mark Vandenberg is ahead of Slade van Niekerk at this present moment as they make their way out of turn 1 and down the Joubert straight into Castrol Corner. Kieran Snamwell's not going to let that lighty through as they make their way out and towards Interceptor Corner.
Well, it's a lovely start there from our leader, Tristan Pienaar, at the moment. Kieran Sneyman holding that second place. They go through Interceptor onto the Tygerberg straight now. And it's nothing between them. Just want to pick up behind them. I think Slade van Niekerk has held that third position at this moment in time. Jason Lineker, watch out for that Nonda Fireblade, that number 93. Down the back straight we then run now. And it's full throttle there. Down the back straight towards turn 5, Pertamina Fastron. We'll watch them as they come in now. There's only 7 laps in this race, not a full complement of 9, and a change of lead back to Kieran Sneyman then as they rocket out of turn 5, Pertamina Fastron through the sweep here onto the main straight and to start another lap.
And you speaking of rocket, and look how Kieran Sneyman rockets to the lead. And he makes his way into turn 1 at a blistering pace, a 1:16.721. We know that's only the lap that they do off the start, doing a standing start off the line. It's Tristan Pienaar sitting in second place, but here comes Slade van Niekerk on that 111 Kawasaki. He dives there just a little bit behind, a little bit wide, and losing that gap slightly. But Mark Vandenberg up ahead in that Masters for the Superbike Challenge. He is there in 4th place, followed there by Jason Lineker and Kiana Strode in the 600 class, followed then by Mike Hunter, Quinton Weening, and Jonathan Swearing rounding out that top 10.
Going into turn 4 now, Sardal Sweep, the double apex right-hander. We apologize once again for technical troubles. We do not have all the camera visuals at our disposal. So down to turn 5, Pertamina Fastron once again. Kieran Sneyman, 0.3 of a second the last time around across the line. Look who's homing into that back wheel of him. It is Tristan Pienaar. Now, Tristan Pienaar's not given up yet. Slade van Niekerk neither. Yeah, they're rocking it to the line now. And across the line, it was 0.3. It's now 0.4 with a half a second off there as well. And a 1:11.981 for Kieran Sneyman as they run into turn 1.
Now we'll watch the rest of the field come through. Mark Vandenberg leads out ahead of Jason Lineker into turn 1. And here comes Kiana Strode, followed there by Mike Hunter and Quinton Weening. Then a huge gallop comes through. Jonathan Schwerin, Dylan Anderson, Daniel Frost, Leighton Thomas, Wayne Aronsa, Wesley Hendricks, Samkela Lawani, and that is the rest of the field. But we look into Interceptor Corner, Byron. Back up to the lead.
Slade van Niekerk in turn 3 has made his way past Tristan Pienaar in a, hairy move. I can tell you that much. There was quite a response here in the commentary box. Going through turn 4 onto the back straight though. Look at the gap that Kieran Sneyman has over the 2 behind him. But Tristan Pienaar is going to fight it back though. Into turn 5. It was a 1:11.9 the last time out from Kieran Sneyman. This is going to be furiously fast as going quite wide there is Tristan Pienaar in turn 5, Pertamina Fastron.
That was a little bit overambitious from the youngster and he loses out. But the gap will be a 1.5 seconds between Kieran Sneyman and Slade van Niekerk with a 1:11.708. But here comes Jason Lineker and Mark Vandenberg. It's going to be side by side into one. But we look for the rest of the field. Kiana Strode coming across.
Leader of the 600 class, Kiana Strode as well. Going into turn 1 there, Jordan. Then it's going to be Quinton Weening, Jonathan Schwerin, and Daniel Frost, Leighton Thomas, and Wayne Aronsa. A whole 7-way gaggle going into turn 1. They'll be bashing elbows in there by the way they're going.
And that is Dylan Anderson leading out that group at the moment. No, I lie. Sorry, that's Jonathan Schwerin leading out that group at the moment. Followed there by Daniel Frost and Dylan Anderson. But we look into Interceptor Corner now. There goes Jason Lineker making it past Mark Vandenberg and making that move stick, but we jump back to the front end of the field. Koen Snyman pulling away. It was a second and a half the last lap. We'll see what the gap is when he crosses the line once again, but he is in form, he is in his element as we know him to be. But he'll come under or through the kink and under the City of Cape Town bridge once again to start lap number 3 with 3 to go. He makes his way into turn 1. Further back we watch as the rest of the gaggle makes their way into Pertamina Fostron. Jason Lineker across the line, Mark Vandenberg crosses the line, and here comes this gaggle of 7. This is a sight for sore eyes and healthy eyes alike.
Our very own magnificent 7 there, the way it's going on. And in that as well is Jonathan Schwerin, who currently leads the Superbike Challenge class. Yeah, they make their way underneath the Castrol, Lime Property Management and City at Cape Town Bridge. And heading the field, it's Schwerin from Daniel Frost, Dwayne Orenser, also in the Superbike Challenge. Daniel Frost second in that class. Dylan Anderson on the 600, all keeping together.
Dylan Anderson was right up against the wall on their way down the main straight, and he's lost out a couple of positions. You've got to remember what these bikes use for slipstream. I mean, once you get behind a bike, the toe is impeccable. Now imagine being at the back of a 7-bike field.
Leader 5.
We watch now into 5. Pertamina Fostron, they go. Koen Snyman exits turn 5 and gets on the back wheel. He'll make his way all the way down at a blistering pace. We'll see if he can set another fast lap. We've got, this is the penultimate lap, a 1:11.841, followed there by Slade van Niekerk. That's 2.1 seconds adrift is Slade van Niekerk. Tristan Pienaar a second away from Slade. Then coming across the line, it's Jason Lineker on his lonesome at the minute, followed there by Mark Vandenberg, but bring the rest of the field to the line for another lap.
Yeah, Jason Lineker on his Fireblade in 4th. Mark Vandenberg, the leader of the Masters section. As we have now a rider off at turn 5, going right off, making that 7-pack a 6-pack. And I hope the rider is okay. He went straight up, and here they go to the line now. That's going to be still Jonathan Schwerin from Wayne Elris. Red flag.
We've got a red flag out.
Red flag has been called. Red flag is being called here.
Rider was high-sided in 5.
Rider high-siding in 5. We'll find out now for you who indeed that was. But we have had communication on the radio. There it is on the screen as well. It is a red flag. Race stopped.
Leighton Thomas. Is it Leighton Thomas? He's dropped down. He's a lap behind now.
Yeah, we are not going to speculate. We'll find out for you who the number or what number that bike was. And we'll be certain, but the officials have thrown the red flag. The marshals are on their way to the bike and rider.
Is Leighton Thomas 55?
Yes. So that is the number 55 of Leighton Thomas in the Superbike Challenge class.
We've got official confirmation now from the marshals that it is Leighton Thomas on that 55 bike. I saw him just sit up and he went straight on, and that bike must have dug into that sand trap at the end of Pertamina Fostron, and he must have rolled end over end. But it looks like he is up. They've got a van over there. I see no ambulance or anything out, and the ambulance is making its way through turn 1 at the moment.
Red flags that are called for an ambulance to come.
I'll just have a look on the binos. I don't want to say anything too early before we know, but we'll just have to wait and see as the rest of the field comes to the line. But that will be the end of the SealPro Winelands Superbikes and Superbike Challenge, because I don't think they'll do it with half a lap or just over 1 lap to go. So they've done more than 66 or 77%, but we'll wait for confirmation and we'll go off air for a moment.
Was on the edge of the screen. It was Leighton Thomas. No, but he missed the braking or something wrong with the brakes, and as the pack started doing that, so it just curved through the pack.
Okay, race has been called. Race has been called.
It's just and when he stops, just out of speed. So it goes downstairs, so we pull the camera across.
So we have had official confirmation that the race has been concluded. But we'll just wait for more confirmation as this comes as this goes along. But to finish off the result for the SealPro Winelands Superbike Challenge Masters and 600's, Koen Sneeman takes the victory after 6.5 laps. You can see Leighton Thomas's bike being pushed into the Park Ferme area. The ambulance is out there, but we'll wait for them to send him to the medical center and make sure he's okay. Tristan Pienaar coming home in 3rd place, just behind Slade van Niekerk. 2 seconds adrift was Slade van Niekerk at the end of that race. Jason Lineker in 4th place. Mark van den Berg with a brilliant result and first in Masters for race 1. Kiana Strode first in 600s, followed there by Mike Hunter. Quinton Weening in 8th place. Jonathan Schwerin and Wayne Arendse rounding up the top 10. Daniel Frost, Samkala Luwani also in that 600 class, followed there by Dylan Anderson, Wesley Hendricks, and obviously Leighton Thomas rounding out the field. Unfortunately, he did not make it to the line. But that is the Superbikes and Superbike Challenge Masters and 600s. And now we'll wait for a little bit of cleanup, and we'll be back to you shortly.
I was waiting for that to happen because that was in the group of 7.
Yeah, you can't race a group of 7 clean the whole time.
Yes, but they were in one mood of the dice.
Back, deliver at the front, then all of a sudden.
I wonder if Iris has got a replay of that.
No. I picked them up, but
Or just the end of it.
I just started with the fan, and then I slowed the fan down as far as possible. It was on the edge of the screen, you could see me going, but a big.
Well, folks, there you can see the people at home. That's a replay of that incident that happened there in turn 5 Fostron. To me, it looked like complete utter brake failure. I don't know. Well, you know what? I was chatting to the guys off air. This incident happened in that group of 7 motorcycles that were going one-on-one with each other the whole time. And so this is for the people at home. You can see that situation that happened there in turn 5 in Pertamina Fostron.